Mr. Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Please get the fuck out of BC.
Have a wonderful day, Mal.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Canadian Domain. In today's video, we'll talk about President-elect Donald Trump and his threats against Canada. So after Donald Trump was elected, he inadvertently threatened Canada in terms of a 25% tariff. Now, because of this tariff issue, our Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, flew to Florida to have a dinner with Donald Trump, and this is what happened. So Donald Trump called our Prime Minister Justin Trudeau Governor Justin Trudeau, meaning that he wanted to make Canada the 51st state of the United States. Now, Justin Trudeau has seen a lot of hate within Canada in itself. A lot of people want him gone. However, he refuses to go. And this is one of the latest incidents that happened. Let's take a look.
Mr. Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Please get the fuck out of BC.
Have a wonderful day, Mal.
Yeah.
With the latest fiasco with his finance minister leaving Parliament with no second in command for Canada, here's what the Bloc Québécois had to say.
Listen, the Deputy Prime Minister, she's the number 2 in the government. It's not just anyone, and she just left while throwing a couple punches at the Prime Minister. Well, Madam Speaker, the government was already dysfunctional. We know that everything they touched turned to mud. It's the opposite of Midas. If you want something to become dysfunctional, just give it to the Prime Minister and it will splatter everywhere.
With all the hate that Justin Trudeau has received over the past few months, he's probably not the best person to make a deal with Donald Trump. And because of this, Kevin O'Reilly stepped in to fill in those gaps. Now, with the Kevin O'Reilly's idea is that if Canada and the US actually merge together, then we would become the most powerful country on earth, and with the most powerful military. Like, do you think that's a good idea, or is that something that it's just nonsense? So let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Here's what Pierre Poilievre has to say in terms of Donald Trump's tweet and his threats.
And my message to incoming President Trump is that first and foremost, Canada will never be the 51st state of the US. We have a heroic history, a great people, and a very proud future ahead of us. And the president has raised concerns about our border and the government's destruction of our military. Well, we should reinforce our border to stop fentanyl, guns, stolen cars, not just for President Trump, but for our own people after 9 years of Trudeau losing control of the border. And we need to rebuild our military to protect our continent and our country against Chinese and Russian submarines and spy balloons, terrorists, and other risks, and to rebuild that military with a warrior culture, not a woke culture. Finally, on the trade issue, what I'd say to President Trump is, look, yeah, we have a trade surplus with you, but that's because we're basically donating you our raw materials and letting American workers profit from $100 billion of underpriced Canadian oil and gas so they get the money and the jobs. I would be more than happy to bring that home. And that's why I will repeal all the insane anti-energy and anti-resource laws the NDP Liberals have passed.
Great comeback from Pierre Poilievre in terms of Trump's threats. Now, with all the inflation that's going on within Canada, as well as the rising cost of living, and if you don't want your money burned into ash, please do invest with Wealthsimple. You get $25 when you sign up. Referral codes down in the description. Let's continue. With Trump's looming threat of 25% tariffs, this is what is actually happening in Parliament with the NDPs and the Liberals. Let's take a look.
Canadians literally cannot afford the groceries they need. They can't afford to find a home to call their own. And now Trump, buddies of the Conservatives, MAGA Conservatives love this guy, Trump is threatening hundreds of thousands of jobs in Canada. And the Prime Minister is more focused on himself, on infighting. The Prime Minister cannot remain in that position. Will he resign?
The Honourable Minister for Innovation.
Mr. Speaker, this is not the time for slogan. This is not the time for partisanship. This is not a time to make jokes, Mr. Speaker. This is about rallying for Canadians. This is a time where Canadians need to know that this House and all the members are standing behind them, that we're going to invest in Canadians, that we're going to invest in this country, that we're going to invest in our workers, and that we're going to invest in our industry, Mr. Speaker, and that we're going to prepare Canada to be the best prepared to be able to deal with our U.S. friends. Mr. Speaker, this is a time where we show that we're all Canadians.
It seems the Prime Minister is receiving a lot of hate lately, and it's coming from Jagmeet Singh as well. Now, if Jagmeet Singh believes that the Prime Minister should go, then how come he's still voting for the coalition? Well, how come he doesn't just drop the coalition in itself altogether? Let's look at the polls currently right now. Now, for the polls, we have Conservatives leading the pack at 44%, followed by the Liberals at close to 21% on a good day. And we have the NDPs trailing behind, as well as the Bloc. Now, with Trump's looming threats and all this tariffs, do you think Justin Trudeau is really the man for the job in terms of negotiation? Or do we need a change in leadership within Canada in itself? Please put your comments in the comment section for this. Now, why is this a big issue? Let's take a look at the facts here. So, data from the Government of Canada states that all exports going outside of Canada, about 52% of it is actually going to the US. Now, if Trump puts in tariffs on Canadian goods, then what's going to happen? It's just going to demolish the entire Canadian economy. Like all those companies, especially in Ontario, in Eastern Canada, all those companies actually lose out on terms of their export revenue to the United States. And that is how reliant Canada is onto the US. Now, do you think Canada should join the US as the 51st state? As Kevin O'Reilly stated, it could be the most powerful country in the world with the US and Canada together. However, now, as Pierre Poilievre stated, that we do have our history and he's going against it. Now, what are your thoughts? Like, do you think we should join the US, or do you think we're better off without the US together? Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section. As always, please do subscribe to my channel. Please like and share this video for more. Thank you. Take care. Bye.